Well, winters are on the corner, and of course, we need to have something which is nice, healthy, and warming. I've shown you paya soup or paya shorba in the past. Today, I thought I'll show you mutton shorba. On that note, let's begin with mutton shorba. Well, this recipe is an absolute breezer. There is literally nothing that you have to do apart from just collecting all the ingredients. No fat, no oil, no ghee, nothing. We're banking on the natural fat that you get from good quality goat meat. So the first thing that goes in, I'm using a cooker. Of course, if you want to get into slow cooking, you can also use any other deep bowl or container. Pressure cooker. Now this is somewhere around 3.5 liters because I'm going to make somewhere around a liter and a half of stock. Of course, I've also left a little bit of space in this because we want it to kind of boil and bubble nicely all together. So first thing is the meat in the pressure cooker. The next are some red onions, just cutting them roughly. Let's add the diced red onions. Now, I personally like adding potatoes and carrots to something like this, but you can literally add in any vegetable, root vegetable for that matter. Avoid something like beetroot because that's going to unnecessarily color the soup. Unless you're looking at, of course, the nutrient value from the beetroot or the color from the beetroot, then that's a complete different story. But otherwise, if you're looking at a clean looking, literally colorless shorba, then avoid the beetroot. One vegetable that goes wonderfully well in a shorba is turnip. Now this is very peculiarly a Kashmiri flavor because they make something called shalgam gosht. If you're the ones who likes shalgam or turnip in meat, then add it, but otherwise carrot, potato, a little bit of beans, maybe green peas, but that's the max that you should go. Don't get into softer vegetables because they'll get extremely mushy. To this, I'm going to add in carrots. Now carrots again, roughly cut and cut into a little larger bite or larger chunks because you want all of this to cook along with the goat meat. Remember, because the goat meat is of a larger chunk, the vegetables have to be cut accordingly. Very, very important because by the time the goat meat gets cooked, everything will otherwise mush up and you're not looking at something like that in a shorba. Shorba has to be nice, clean, literally like a broth. The next ingredient, potatoes. You can use them with their skin or you can peel them. The choice is completely yours. The next is very, very, very simple. Just flavorings. The first flavoring is, of course, ginger and garlic paste. Now, by all means, you can also crush this, but ensure that you use it fresh, always. To this, I'm going to add in Garam Masala, Green Chillies for that power and punch. The next is to add in some whole spices. I'm adding in cinnamon, cloves, green cardamom. Along with that, peppercorns. Now, I'm not going to crush these. I'm going to add these whole because I like it when it plumps up. And finally, when you're having the shorba, you just kind of bite one or two. It just works wonderfully well. My mouth is already watering. Like a teaspoon, entire teaspoon. To this, I'm going to add in bay leaves. If you get fresh, nothing like it, but the dried ones also work wonderfully well. Salt. And finally, water which is at room temperature. Do not add in hot water because unnecessarily the fat will start melting and you do not want something like that. Let it gradually kind of melt, let it gradually get flavored. That's the way to go. One quick stir. On goes the lid. Finally, the whistle goes on and this gets cooked on low flame for 40 minutes. Well, in that time frame, in case 1 or 2 whistles blow up, that's absolutely perfect. But 40 minutes low flame and the meat will be absolutely tender. It's been 40 minutes and personally I feel the meat cooks wonderfully well in 40 minutes. With this off goes the flame and now is the time to let this settle for at least 15 minutes so that it kind of comes down to room temperature, and that's where you get the most amazing shorba. Time to serve the shorba. And last but not the least, freshly chopped coriander leaves. This winter, for the comfort of yourself and your family, this shorba is something that you can do the least. On that note, do not forget to like and comment, and for more such quick, simple and easy recipes, stay tuned.